South Burnett Private Hospital is a fairly small hospital that unfortunately had a lot of suppliers. This, in today's market, was creating a lot of financial burden to them. So they came to me and wanted to see what it was I had on offer. So with the workflow solutions, I was able to show them the whole breadth of our products, which was really fantastic. The general manager and the director of nursing were really impressed with this. We went through the workflow folders, and they were, could pick out numerous amount of things that they could use. And then I went to each department with those unit managers, and then we found what their needs were as well. We put the whole package together. And then I also introduced them to our Go Direct e-commerce, and then they were really, really excited about this. They were really happy with how much money they were going to save on freight. They were happy with how much money they were going to save on getting everything just from one supplier. And then they signed a 3-year contract with me and are extremely happy with Thermo Fisher Scientific.
I had a food manufacturer setting up an internal laboratory in their facility. They didn't really know the types of testing and methods they needed to use. So what we did was we got them in touch with our technical department in Oxford and got them to liaise with our experts to find a correct solution for them. That same food manufacturing customer, we went through the workflow in one of our calls. And because we were able to help them out with the types of testing they were meant to be doing and the media they were supposed to use, they were happy to purchase the equipment, consumables, and even a service agreement through Thermo Fisher.
The one example that I have really highlights the layers of support that we have within the company, not just locally but internationally as well. A customer had a problem with a leaky sample storage tube. He raised this with his account manager, and she in turn came to me as the product specialist. And we talked to the customer and discussed this, the problem, and we addressed the issue right there. And in addition to that, we realized that they are really interested in IVF certified products, and that's kind of their preference as well. So we then introduced a whole range of IVF certified products right there, and they were really happy about that. And at the moment, we're also discussing with our overseas application specialists as well as the factory to talk about what other new products we have in the pipeline that would be relevant for this customer, as well as custom assays that we can do for their consumables. So, yeah.
Recently, when I was at the University of Queensland, I was speaking to the health and safety officer for the veterinary school, and we identified that the veterinarians, when going out to equine visits, weren't being protected enough. Therefore, the students weren't learning the right ways of doing things. So what we've done is we've used a workflow solution to make sure that the students are now offered from all our clinical range their personal protective wear, therefore creating that standard for future years to come with disease outbreaks.
The value that these workflow pieces give the staff, it gives them an opportunity to, before going in to see a customer, to sit down and really work through what we as a company can provide them as far as a solution. It gives them an opportunity to see what the customer may be doing as far as the workflow from start to finish. And for new staff, it gives them an idea of the breadth of products that we can provide these customers depending on the workflow and what work that they're doing out there in the market.
I saw a customer only just this week, a big customer called Abbey Group. They are basically in road and construction. Sat down with an end user who was an unhappy customer at the beginning of the week. He hadn't had a good follow-up, but we managed to remediate that situation very quickly and to the point where I could sit down and he was happy to spend quite a bit of time. So I ran him through the values and our workflow options that we have, and he was very impressed because this company is now moving into better expertise and they wanted to know where to be able to find other product that would help them with their new ventures.
I had some really good feedback from one of our customers, and we were in a critical sales situation nearing the end of that sales process, and we're at a little bit of a impasse with the customer, and so we took the opportunity. I took the opportunity to really present the workflow materials and present a wider range of our capabilities, and that was really really amazing with the response from the customer, and that we then explored all those other options that would be additional to the instrumentation sale. And so the customer was actually really, really very pleased with that additional capability that we could offer, and that facilitated the sale or the process with that other instrumentation as well.